And I also want to thank both families for having us here tonight. I am particularly excited, as I think you will see through this toast, about this evening. And I want to explain how I know both Erin and Ben. Erin is a dear friend of mine from college, one of my best friends from college, and I guess I've known her almost 10 years at this point. And I could roast her, and that would be quite fun. You can come to my table later if you want that sort of story. Ben is a former coworker of mine, who I guess I've known almost 5 years at this point. And he was always a bright spot around a rather insane office to me, and I always appreciated him for that. And I've been asked to tell you a little bit about the story of how Ben and Erin met, which I suppose started it was early 2008, when Ben, my former coworker, approached me and said, I'm going to move to Dallas. What should I do? And Ben knew that I had worked in Dallas for a little while, and he wanted some advice on what to do in Dallas. And so we went out to lunch, and I told him all about the marvels of living in Dallas, which took about a minute. What I wanted to tell him more about, and what I was honestly more excited about, was the people who lived in Dallas, because there's a really good group of young, fun people in Dallas, and I wanted to set Ben up with them. And there was one in particular who I really thought Ben would click with. Both young reporter types, both very fun and outgoing and gregarious people, and I said, Ben, you really have to meet my friend. His name is Dave. Dave sends his best, by the way. It wasn't for another week that I came to realize, Ben is going to move to Dallas. He might also want to know about Fort Worth, and I have this great friend in Fort Worth. And perhaps, they would get along. I don't really think so, but who knows? And I didn't expect much when I sent them both an email, and I'm going to read to you what I sent them, which is not at all, I could have had better foresight. But what I told them was, you two strike me as total opposites. But you both have a good sense of humor, and you have a healthy fear of Texas. And a few hours later, Ben replied, and he said, a sense of humor and a fear of Texas sound like a good basis of friendship to me. And Ben was really right. And in the past 3 years, I admit at times, you both do seem still like opposites to me at times. I haven't had the opportunity to live in Dallas with you and take you to the few places that really are great fun there. But over the past 3 years, watching you come together has been wonderful. And to see that how little I knew at that time is quite amazing to me. And in the 10 years I've known Erin, I don't think I've seen her as happy as I have when she's with Ben. And so I want to raise a glass to a fear of Texas, a sense of humor, and to friendships that last forever.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.